Yeah, okay, we're good, we're good.
Yeah, now we're good. Peace, 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 brethren. Peace, prosperity, and all good things to everyone. Dr. Bass, good to see you again. May all of us continue to stay safe, focused, and balanced. Shout out to Enoch the Freestyle Prince on that one. Stay safe, focused, and balanced, and may all things continually go our way. Please, Dr. Bass, I was just mentioning about how I finished reading your book, and yeah, some good stuff, man. Like, forget Hollywood movies today. Your book, when are you coming out with that sequel, brother? Because just the whole reveal in the end, there's just the story, like the messages, the good words of experience which you could give to it as advice, because anybody with knowledge and wisdom knows that you can only ever tell people what you know based off of your own personal experience, but please let the people know, Dr. Bass, what's going on.
Oh yeah, so like yeah, it's been pretty good with like the books and everything like that. But like I know this year is mostly like just like music and everything like that. But like the sequel or like another book might come out like afterwards. But we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, yeah, no need to rush, my brother. As long as you know that, yeah, you're thinking of it, you're looking to work on it and whatnot, please, by all means, may it come organically, naturally, and yeah, definitely, bro. Pleasure to be here with you again. And yeah, I forgot to mention for some reason at the beginning of all of our lives, like it's only when you posted the last couple of lives that we did, I realized that, oh, Brandon already came out with titles for them. But myself personally, I never thought to think about something as simple as a title for it. But hey, this one here, you might as well call it something along the lines of, which is like my first time coming with a title for any one of these lives. Religion, true spirituality, and how we must break free from the matrix or something like that. I don't know. You're the author here, bro. You can think of a good title. But yeah, bro, I'm telling you, may true self, the universe, the brethren, all take over this one, and that, yeah, we definitely share what we need to share with the people, because it's about time that they started doing their own research and just see how in this age of Aquarius, the enemies of our soul, as shout out to Dr. Mumbi on that one, yeah, these motherfuckers, they're not hiding anything no more, man. Everything that they used to do in secret, they're just doing it in plain sight. Like, if you can't see these people don't care about you and just want to keep you plugged into this bitch, well then, I really don't know what to say.
Yeah, they definitely just at this point it's like not, they got nothing else to lose because they already know they lost the war. So it's just like, yeah, they just showing it like just putting it out there. Who cares?
Yeah, with all the commercials and whatnot. I don't know if you've seen these commercials. I can't remember what company it was, but you literally see the devil, or how they always like to depict the devil, this big red dude with horns and whatnot, dating some chick. Like, I wrote at this, yeah, that's a plane passing by. So like, yeah, just give that a little bit of time to pass by. But yeah, it's so blatant for these people to just come out and, like, they just don't care. They're so crass and crude. Like, they literally don't care what people think about them anymore, man. But I do not recall if you know which commercials it was that I'm talking about, bro. I think it was like some months ago. I remembered seeing it. That was when, yeah, I saw it on the television. But I mean to say, that's just what these people think, and yeah, I don't know if you've seen it before, bro.
Oh nah, I haven't seen that one yet.
Well, either way, yeah, it's some blatant stuff, I tell you, and well, like, what can I say, bro? Without further ado, yeah, you kick it off. So, yeah, how's things been going with you, Dr. Bass? And yeah, what would you like to kick off this live, letting the people know that yeah, religion versus true spirituality. Like, it baffles me how a lot of people still to this day, they can't see the difference between having come here into this realm to experience, to grow, to elevate, to get back to who it is that we really are. That's all it's all about. getting back to who it is we truly are in relation to the universe, the cosmos, the whole shebang. Yeah, take it away, Dr. Bass, because yeah, it's something I just cannot comprehend how people are just so fascinated with this limited. I mean, there's beauty in this realm, but you know what it is I mean, bro. Take it away.
Oh yeah, so before I get to that point, there's two different points I wrote down. It was like they just do it for currency even though they are the ones that print out the currency. So it's like they only do it for currency, power, and control, but even though they're the ones that print out the money, they even want more money. So like at this point. And then oh yeah, this besides the point, but like people should put their electrical screens on grayscale so it's like black and white so it won't be overpowering your dopamine. That's besides the point, but um oh yes.
Okay. Just repeat that one more time so the people could hear it, bro.
Oh yeah, so they should put their electrical screens like
Mm-hmm.
their computers,
Mm-hmm.
laptops, whatever
Mm-hmm.
on like grayscale, which is kind of like black and white or
Uh-huh.
like gray so it won't like affect your like dopamine, like provide too much of that like artificial light and everything like that.
Ah, okay, grayscale. Got it. Thank you very much, Dr. Bass. I'm telling you, if you're not the one who's yeah, coming with the wisdom and knowing what it is that the people ought to start doing little by little, bit by bit, in order to start changing their own personal life experiences for the better, then yeah, we're definitely not worthy to even have this right now, but we're here right now. So thank you very much for that, Dr. Bass. Continue.
Oh yeah, and then I saw like someone just sent me like this video of like well like you swoosh around like 100% of like cranberry juice for like 1 to 2 minutes and then it kind of
Mm,
like takes out like nanoparticles or like chemtrails stuff and whatnot. I'll have to
cranberry juice.
yeah I'll have to like send you the video after, but
Oh, yeah, no problem, bro. No problem.
yeah, but for like religion versus true spirituality, it's like once we like come down here, we already know like they've been programming us since right when we come out the womb at this point because like with all those well, all the stuff that the doctors be doing and everything like that. So it's kind of like from not from school, but from school, from church to everywhere we go, they just like to try to like have us be boxed into those prison state mindsets of limited beliefs and everything, like and not reaching our true potential power. So it's like religion is very limited because it's kind of like, oh, you have to do this. If you don't do this, you get punished, or you have to forgive your sins and all that other stuff. But true spirituality is kind of like oneness. So we just automatically know like the true power and we just are free beings instead of being in the prison box. So
Well said, brother. Well said. And yeah, to add to that, religion in and of itself is the box. Religion in and of itself is the prison. Religion in and of itself is the freaking jailhouse that yeah, these bitches have prepared for us from the very beginning, from like you say, the moment we come out of the womb, so that yeah, we cannot recall, or rather once you reach a certain age, because it's always a 7 year cycle, and people could just do the research and check it out every 7 years. So like from 0 to 7, from 7 to from 7 or 8 to what, 15 or 14, 15, something like that. And it just continues in a 7 year cycle, because the number seven is a grandmaster number within the universal scale of things. And so they have to be sure that every cycle, yes, literally, because they don't go by sevens, they go by every year. They try to literally just brainwash people and do what it is they got to do for people to stay in the box. And shout out to you for sharing it to me a good while back. When you take a look at a school, a classroom, and you take a look at a prison cell or something like that, like it's literally the same thing, just one has to do with adults and the other has to do with little children. So literally speaking, they have boxed children in prison like systems from the very beginning. Just what kind of sick monkey ass shit is that, man? Holy cow. Imprisoning them from children? Jeez, these people don't give a shit. They really don't give a shit. And to add to that, something that I came out something that I thought of, and shout out to True Self on that. Um think about it. If we come to this realm having already known everything, but this system ensures that, yeah, everything is done to us to really screw us up mentally. And the moment we come into this realm, we're supposed to literally work on getting back to our true, if you want to say God self, because the term God, it's such a relative term. It's such a silly term when you stop and think about it, because who was it? Who was it that said it? It was Gerald Massey in his book Natural Genesis Volume 2. No, it was Kenneth Grant. Kenneth Grant, who was a, you could say, disciple of Aleister Crowley. The word God and dog are literally no different from one another. Think about it. The star Sirius. And yeah, to get back to the point I'm trying to make, bro, the star Sirius, Sebdet, which the ancient Kamites always held, the Kamites being the so-called Egyptians. The ancient Kamites always held that star, as well as the star system Orion. They always held these star systems with great reverence. Why is that? Well, some would say it's because that is where many of us originally came from. It makes sense, because why would these ancient people hold such great reverence to these star systems? And yeah, they're right here in this bitch. They're right here in this freaking physical realm. But that's stuff that people ought to learn to research and like literally find the answers in and of themselves, because we are the microcosm of the macrocosm. We already know everything that there is to know about everything. Religions or spiritual systems like Hinduism and Buddhism and whatnot, they teach us about the Akashic records and whatnot. So we're talking about mountains and mountains of information and experience from past lifetimes and whatnot. But let me not get ahead of myself. So Kenneth Grant mentioned how God and dog are literally the same thing. And we, as melanated people, having been the only people to have existed in this realm for thousands, if not millions of cycles, we call them either Orisha, Necher, Loa, which is in conjunction to the literal natural phenomena, forces, and cosmic, great cosmic energies and whatnot of the universe. And like I was saying, bro, I really stopped and thought about it, right? In order for one to literally go out of their way, but shout out to Rashad Jamal for having mentioned it already, for you to go out of your way to continually keep me in a mind control state, using MK Ultra mind control BS to just try to keep us continually hooked onto your bullshit system, that really goes to show just how great we really are, and that these pussies, these little bitches called government officials, and I guess if you want to say Yakub, and the so-called, let me just call them for what they are, quote unquote, white people who run this piece of shit system. Yeah, just call it for what it is. These bitches have to be absolutely terrified in their guts and in their minds and in their hearts. You get it? The mind, which is you could say the first eye as well as the crown chakra, the heart being the heart chakra, and yeah, their guts, which is the sacral chakra. Yeah, all deep stuff, my brother. But then again, we as cosmic beings, the melanated beings, we have like many chakras, way more than the basic seven that they teach us. But again, that's probably a topic for people to research on their own and like literally see for themselves. But God and dog, the star Sirius, the star Sebdet. When you look at Anpu, going back to ancient Kemet, Anpu being the guard dog, the guide who leads you into the afterlife and whatnot. Bro, like literally all of this is our shit that they take and literally try to just remix it, spin it into their own freaking image. But man, bro, I'm telling you, these bitches have to be absolutely terrified on a daily basis for the day those select few of us rise, awaken, and literally take charge to literally wipe these bitches out. Like, man, bro, I'm telling you, and I'm pretty sure that, yeah, that's not even everything I wanted to say, but I pass it on to you, Dr. Bass, because wow, I really stop and think about it. We are the great ones, and how I always be. saying that with you, my brother. We really are the great ones. Like, fuck the Illuminati and all these bitches. These motherfuckers ain't shit. We are the ones that they're wishing could forever remain in a perpetual sleep, which is not going to happen because, hey, this realm in and of herself is literally rising back up to places that she hasn't been in for thousands of cycles. And if I'm not mistaken, due to the whole COVID debacle, which they literally tried to keep everyone not focused on the celestial activities going on between the so-called planets and whatnot, which is a whole freaking thing in and of itself. But bro, I pass it back on to you. Man, these bitches are absolutely terrified that the great ones don't awaken and wipe them out.
Yeah, definitely. Since like we all definitely like more above like the gods and everything around us because we're downhill and we're the ones that really are awakening the whole planet and the whole world, and we're really doing that work. And all of our hard work is getting paid off through like abundance and everything like that. So it's just a matter of time for all of it to manifest. But yeah, they just been brainwashing us and manipulating us since birth with like the t television, with every like if you really look at it from the time they wake up, from the time they go to sleep, like talking about kids and everything like that. So when they wake up, their parents give them food which is straight up just garbage
Garbage.
because
Call it. Mhm.
at this point, it's like all that fruity stuff, all those fruity pebbles, that fruit stuff, like all that stuff, artificial colors, and that's just not even healthy at this
And to
point.
add to that, right, bro? And to add to that, right? Shout out to Rashad Jamal. Shout out to the brother. Hashtag may Rashad Jamal already be free. Because hey, if we can see it and believe it, we could literally manifest it from the spiritual into the physical. Because this physical realm is nothing more than a lousy, low vibrational illusion. But shout out to Rashad Jamal for having mentioned it back even before we completely fell physically. Bro, only two things we ever used to do: breathe in that good ass prana. Shout out to Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters, and literally drink fresh, clean, uncontaminated water out in nature. Bro, we never used to freaking eat. Just let that sink in. We never even used to fucking eat. We were natural breatharians, bro. We literally breathed that good ass prana and oxygen. Oh man, shout out to SQS on that one. Oxygen, don't even get me started about, but Rashad Jamal himself already mentioned it. Don't get me started about this bullshit called oxygen because, bro, we used to be giants, literal giants. They want to be talking about the dinosaurs and whatnot. Whether they existed or not, I don't know. You come to that conclusion, but, bro, all I want to tell people is the fact that we fell so hard. The fact that, yeah, eating, and Hilton Hotima mentions in his books, like literally, the cell in and of itself is an immortal thing. The cell in and of itself is literally a miniature galaxy in and of itself. Henrietta Lacks, anybody who gets the book, The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. Bro, could you imagine? This woman died. When was it? I can't remember if it was either the 50s, the late 50s, the 60s, or 70s. She was a sister living in the US. Bro, to this day, could you imagine? To this day, they're still using this sister cells for cloning, for biochemical warfare, for freaking technological so-called advancements and whatnot. Let that sink in. A woman who literally moved on cycles ago, and they're still using her cells to this day. The cells are not nourished by food or any of this garbage that we consume and whatnot. Food in and of itself literally coming from the word fodder, which literally means the shit that they feed animals. Like, bro, these motherfuckers see us as cattle. They don't see us as anything more important. And again, the fact that they have to continually keep us on this hamster wheel, hoping that one day we never awaken so that we could literally take their bitch asses out, really shows that who the true cowards are and who the true great ones are. But hey, continue, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like with the oxygen, like we already know they be polluting all that type of stuff. And then like dinosaurs is really us with just giants. And then finally, people are finally realizing the truth about sink water. Finally, after all these cycles, they've been putting fluoride and everything like that, but people are finally finding out like, hey, don't drink the sink water because it's contaminated, but it's always been contaminated since day one. And then for the cloning, um, yeah, like you can still have folks down here who try to move on, go to the other side, but are still trapped down here because of an entity or because their energy, people are casting down their energy and everything like that. So
Mhm.
when people are still trying to go on the other side, but they just still trapped down here. And then they look at us like lap rats, to be honest. And then back to like the children part, um, it's kind of like, oh yeah, so after they eat, then they go to school, which they know program them, and then after school they watch television, which programs them and only eliminates, only like produces fear into them. So now they have social anxiety,
Mhm.
now they have depression, and now they have all this other stuff. Then not even to mention, um, you got bullies and all that other stuff. So it's just like kids really just be going through it. No cap.
Man, bro, I'm telling you, right? You just you just brought my mind back to something that Rashad Jamal had mentioned a good while back. You see, like these things called emotions, right? Like, first of all, who the fuck even gives a shit about some stupid shit like this? If we're great, multi-dimensional, all-powerful beings trapped in physical bodies, and even Real Merkaba not long ago, he literally mentioned it in one of his videos, one of his more recent videos that he made. Shout out to Real Merkaba. These physical bodies, right? If you really stop and think about it, what kind of if we are great multidimensional spiritual beings who are capable of doing anything, especially within the spiritual realms, because the physical comes from the spiritual, what kind of a sick monkey ass bullshit being would create these physical bodies in order for one to have an experience within this realm? What the hell is even so great about this fucking realm to begin with? And not only to say that, how is it that in school you're teaching children something so mundane, so silly, so stupid as emotions? Why the fuck do children even care about being mad or being sad or being angry or being fearful? Bro, literally. You made me remember it, and thank you so much for that, bro. We the spiritual system of a civilization is literally what is the main driving factor or the main determining factor of where that civilization is mentally, spiritually, and even on a physical level. Bro, the fact that we have silly ass religions like Christianity, which is the jail religion, let's just call it for what it is, the jail religion. Islam, which is the crazy man's religion, and Judaism, which is remixed ancient Kamite teachings, which is only remixed for the purpose of a particular group of people, and let's just call them for what they are: Neanderthal, Caucasian, silly ass motherfuckers, charlatans, scammers who literally are taking our teachings to suit their own benefits and their own needs when I guess this is exactly why COVID had to come into existence because, yeah, with all the celestial activities going on, as we're going into the so called age of Aquarius, the truth is starting to manifest and come out far quicker than one anticipated. But shout out to Rashad Jamal, bro. Fuck emotions. That shit is not important. What is most important in this universe is to know thyself and to literally have that great understanding and overstanding of what the universe is and how you are not separated from it. The fact that Christians have to continue to believe in a God who, first of all, why did the motherfucker even create you if he knew that you were so-called predestined for failure and whatnot? Why? Bro, I pass it back on to you, my brother. Like, goodness gracious, this shit is anger inducing, my brother.
Yeah, it's like definitely if for like everyone who doesn't like really see.
I can't hear you, bro. Something's up. Something's up with the audio.
Okay, I think the audio is
Oh,
good
okay,
now.
I hear you now. I hear you now. Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead, bro.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, like you know how they just dang, I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, but you already know, like this realm isn't everything, and because like we came from higher realms, so if like for people who just think this is the only realm that they're living in, this is the only place that they're going to live and everything like that, you just haven't gone from a higher came from a higher realm at this point. And then last time I checked, I wasn't human, so all these human emotions are just human feelings, and it's just pure human behavior. And then yeah, we're definitely above like the gods. And then for like the past lives, like we have like different like instances or like feelings of like, oh yeah, I remember that person from like a past life, or I remember this place. It might not be the specific place, but just like remembrance of similarities of like that place or situation that can remind us of our past lives. And then they definitely use MK Ultra to try to dumb us down and everything like that because we're just too powerful. Because everything like just like that Brazil thing is like when they found out the revolution of Brazil was taking place, they went to Twitter and started typing with Twitter fingers instead of using the trigger fingers. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so they just really terrified of the real awakening that's taking place. And then like they throw stones at people they can't reach, and then they hate on people and like are jealous of people who are going above. Like, they might be at one level, then they see the other person at the next level, and then they hate on that person because they're not them or they're not at that level, but you just have to focus on yourself and go up like that. Okay.
Well, bro, honestly speaking, you just mentioned something that honestly, especially from the human level, man, exactly. Shout out to Brother Panic for even mentioning it. So you're telling me, right? The fact that we awaken to who it is that we truly are, and we do the work, the necessary work, go through the shadow work, go through the dark night of the soul, go through the whole shebang, the whole 9 yards, and yeah, pardon me. So you're telling me we have to go through all of that, remembering who we truly are, going through all of that just so we could get back to who it is that we really and truly always have been, and continually look to elevate ourselves to grow into even greater beings than even before we fell into these physical bodies, which we will get into. We will get into. But shout out to Brother Panic for mentioning. So you're telling me even when we look to do all this stuff to get back to who it is we really are, people still want to go back to that human shit. They want to talk about, oh, black people, this, we need to help the brethren, this, and then we need to do this for humanity. Oh, the people, but what about the people, the people? Bro, do you really start to see what it is the brother's saying? Like, why return to that nonsensical human shit? I mean, if you want to talk about, manifesting the spiritual so that it could manifest even physically, then okay. Because hey, even the Christian silly Bible says, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." And whose will? Our will, because we are above the gods, right? We are the great ones, right? We are the ones that these bitches are hoping to forever remain asleep so that we never remember who we really are, so that they could continually do their bullshit until, I don't know, the physical realm just ceases to exist, and then yeah, they all disappear and everyone gets back to who it is that they really are. I don't know. But regardless, bro, we always have to remember that yeah, for as much as we continually, unfortunately, find ourselves waking back up in these physical bodies, or rather, we find ourselves back in these physical bodies, yeah, we have to remember that, yeah, humanity. This bitch, I mean, first of all, it's so nonsensical to even have faith in a species that, under any circumstances, is always looking to self-destruct itself, like to just destroy itself. It's funny because they're the only species, even what you call that bitch, Mr. Smith in the Matrix. He mentioned it to Morpheus's character when he had captured Morpheus back in the first movie. He mentioned how humanity is the only species on this planet that just cannot get along with nature or the natural ecosystem that nature itself provides. Think about Avatar. And it's a good thing that, yeah, you helped me to remember Avatar, bro. Like, it's funny when I watch that movie, right? I went into the theaters and watched that movie firsthand because they always say watching it in the theater, it's just a whole different experience, you know? Bro, how is it that I'm there watching what is clearly just the working of someone's mind, but that showing us that this realm could very well be just like that realm that those characters are in? And how is it that I feel like I'd much rather be in that realm than to be in this realm? Goodness gracious, man. And then for the part where I mentioned about physical matter and the physical realm ceasing to exist. Bro, Bobby Hemmett himself, he made a whole lecture. I cannot remember the name of the lecture, but in that lecture he was mentioning about how, and I even spoke to you about it not long ago, how, you know, how science itself is so like focused on matter and antimatter, because yeah, that's just how full of shit they are. But especially when you get to the part of antimatter where it says essentially if antimatter ever had to come to in contact with physical matter, then yeah, it would just cause a big explosion or destruction or whatever. Well, damn, first of all, that antimatter stuff, it has to be some good shit. Because, hey, we fell into these physical bodies, right? We are not these physical bodies. We are not human beings. We are not really part of this realm, even though this realm has a whole system in and of itself. Because people need to go back and read, like, Rudolf Steiner's book Atlantis and Lemuria, I think it is. But even when you read Elena Blavatsky's books, ISIS Unveiled and The Secret Doctrine, when these people speak about Atlantis and Lemuria having sunk to the bottom of the ocean, shout out to Bobby Hemmett on that. It's literally just code for this realm, yes, Earth, which was literally in a higher place, which was at a far more higher frequency, higher vibrational state of existence. It fell to this muddy 3D realm. That alone should tell you everything, bro. Because antimatter, think about it. The word anti comes from Greek, which means against. Antimatter, against matter, meaning we are great spiritual beings that existed in a realm that was pure spiritual energy before we fell into this piece of shit physical realm. Antimatter is spiritual energy, high vibrational, high energy, high frequency energy. That's all it is, man. Bro, I pass it back on to you because, whoa, man, I'm telling you, people have work and research to do for themselves, and they should really look forward to it because this whole entire system is a piece of shit and it deserves to be thrown in the trash.
Oh yeah, this joint is a whole trash can at this joint because like how we was talking about like we came out the like you got people like rappers and whatnot. They talking about, oh yeah, I'm coming out the mud. Oh yeah, I came from the streets and whatnot. Like these people don't even realize this whole realm is a whole trash can and whatnot. So it's like, what are these people talking about at this point? You know what I'm saying? And then like at this
Oh
point, like
man,
at this
yeah,
point,
bro.
like
Like people need to know
uh,
what this realm is, man.
it's like you know, at this point, like forget humanity because humanity is already doomed because at this point you still got billions of people who are still asleep. So at this point, if they say like 7 point like whatever is the population or
I think
whatever,
it's close to
right?
8 billion now, to be honest. I
Oh
think it's
yeah,
close, yeah,
so
whatever it is. I mean, it really doesn't matter.
yeah, so like if it's like 8 billion and then like billions of people are still asleep, that just means there's like, okay, probably a few like thousands or like millions of people who all kind of know some information, but then you still got the chosen
Mm-hmm.
few who are actually like doing it and whatnot, like stuff like that. So like at this
Mm-hmm.
point, you just have to like do this for yourself because humanity is already doomed. The collective consciousness is straight up going in the trash can. So at this point, you better just have your own consciousness at this point. You get what I'm saying?
Remember films? Remember movies like Terminator and RoboCop, bro? AI agenda. They're literally trying to hook everyone onto that Facebook metaverse bullshit. They're like literally the whole COVID debacle. That's literally all what it was about, just so that they could literally try to get the collective consciousness to agree to their fake artificial reality, which even when you look at those worlds that they create within the metaverse and whatnot, it's so goddamn limited. Like these motherfuckers really shout out to Dr. Mumbi on that one. These motherfuckers have no goddamn imagination just to create a realm similar to, I guess, maybe like Avatar, because the worlds in Avatar are truly beautiful and whatnot. But like the fact that those worlds in the metaverse and all these virtual reality programs are like just like this one right here, if that's the case, then why the hell can't I just go out in nature and just enjoy myself and whatnot? Also, that's why they wanted to keep people locked down and locked in the house and all that type of shit. It's because they want to literally hook people's consciousness into their artificial AI systems so that most of humanity who falls for it will literally become even more robotic than they already are. Like, man, bro, I pass it back on to you. Like, these motherfuckers, man, they need to be destroyed, man. Straight up. Straight up.
Oh yeah, and then plus like that video you sent me with the robots who were killing the scientists and whatnot, like
Uh-huh.
this is literally just the beginning. We all see the robots taking over. We already see a lot of people talking about, oh yeah, work with. I be seeing some people like they be like, oh yeah, we should work with AI. It's gonna help us and whatnot. But they don't even realize like these AI these robots and whatnot don't really give no F's with about them, about
They don't.
humanity,
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
because like at this point they're just not they don't have like that switch in their brains to be like, oh yeah, like let me have compassion or something like that. But like for these robots, right, they're just like over time they're gonna have emotional intelligence. So then that can overpower humanity. So at this point, these robots about to just take over at this point.
Like, bro, I'm telling you, like most of humanity, right? I'm telling you, with us, like, shout out to you for bringing it up. We gotta unplug, detach, detox, and disconnect. Unplug, detach, detox, and disconnect. Unplug, detach, detox, and disconnect from this motherfucker. And if people really still can't get it, despite everything that's going on, despite, like I said at the beginning of this life, these motherfuckers are coming out. They don't care what people think about what they're doing, or what their plans are, and just what it is that they want to do for the next 50 to 100 years or 100 cycles within this system of theirs. But then again, do remember that even this realm itself used to be in far higher vibrational places within the cosmos before it fell, which is exactly what the code for Atlantis and Lemuria having sunk to the bottom of the ocean really is. It's sunk to the bottom of the material world's ocean. And we're going to get to that. Just what this material world is and just exactly what we ought to be doing in order to escape it. But bro, I just want to get to a point where I want to share a couple of stuff here so that people really get a good idea of who it is that they really are in conjunction to their connection to the universe. And yeah, after that, I'm gonna definitely get right back to you. So bam, I have this more knowledge picture here. I really am sorry that I can't find a way to share it, but it clearly shows us here Quran, the book, the so-called Muslim book, the Quran, Koran, K, knowledge, O, order, R, rhythm, A, astrology and astronomy, N, nature. You hear that? You remember we were just talking about Avatar and how we should definitely reject this whole system's AI agenda plan and whatnot. Yeah, nature. It always comes back to nature because nature is the greatest teacher that we have up in this realm. Straight up. We could literally just look at the animals and see how they are in perfect synchronicity with nature and whatnot. Why is humanity the only species that cannot get along well with nature? At least the majority of them who choose to follow these motherfuckers who literally aren't even worth a damn. And bam, testament, testi, which I guess comes from Latin, body, menti, which is mind. Yeah, I guess it's Latin. Old becomes new testament, Old Testament, New Testament. We're not talking about that Bible bullshit. We're talking about literally knowledge that already existed thousands of cycles before Christianity became the derogatory, woman hating, child sacrificing, child eating piece of shit religion that it is, along with so-called Judaism and Islam. Bam. Islam. Oh, it's a good thing I went to it. You see synchronicity, bro, when you really just are in tune with what's going on. Islam. I self law am master. You are Islam yourself. You are the master of your own life. You are the potter of your own creations. You mold this thing called reality. It is the Play-Doh. You are the creator, the potter that literally molds it into whatever it is you see fit. God. Oh, they want to go with God. They want to say God this, generator, operator, destroyer. We are God in that sense, my brother. But we know we're greater than the gods. But just to go with that stupid word, generator, operator, destroyer. And even if you turn it around and want to say dog, destroyer, operator, and generator. Bro, I'm telling you, we are the great ones, my brother. And then when you talk about Hiram Abiff, which the Freemasons like to mention about the three spiritual powers, which is in conjunction with the three wise men, the three great glands within the brain, the pituitary gland, the hypothalamus, the pineal gland. People want to say the first eye or the third eye. It's literally the first eye. The pituitary working in conjunction with the hypothalamus, literally working with the spine, the 33 vertebrae of the spine, which is why when you reach the age of 33, which I myself am not far from it in this physical body, assuming that I'm even still in this realm, wish me all the best for when I get there, bro. But bam, 33 vertebrae, you're talking about the dormant serpent fire, literally the dormant kundalini energy. If you look at the Kabbalah, if you look at the Kabbalah and you look at the what do they call that? The caduceus, which is literally the spine, and you have the winged serpent and you have the two serpents literally coiling together, reaching the top where you see the light bulb shining with the wings. That is literally us, my brother. And I even have the picture right here with in the more knowledge picture. I'm telling you, my brother, you also have the 12 zodiac, the 12 energies, the 12 great energies. Shout out to C. Freeman L. The 12 great energies, which the organs work in perfect conjunction with that. Each organ literally corresponds to certain emotions, and the way the vibratory rates of the body move in conjunction with the natural order of the higher, greater celestial bodies within the cosmos. Bro, this ain't Sunday school. This ain't no kindergarten play school bullshit. Anybody who can't get it, please do your own research. Get your head out of that piece of shit Bible. Because shout out to General Seti. The God of the Bible is a genie, and you're the person who opened the lamp. And once that genie comes out of the lamp, what does he do? He looks to trap your monkey ass within it. That's what the Bible is. It's a genie's lamp to which he's looking to trap you within it. Bam, you have the, what you call that? The yin yang symbol. Within darkness, there's a little bit of light. And within light, there's a little bit of darkness. We're talking about duality, which this realm is all about. Oh, Hebrew, her web, the web, which is the natural web of the primordial darkness of the universe. Christ, the original Christ, Heru from ancient Kemet, who precedes the Jesus character by however many thousands of cycles. But yo, when I get to it, oh man, bro, I've got stuff to share, right? Oh boy. But lastly, Christ, because originally, shout out to Gerald Massey on that, the word Christ originally comes from Karas, ancient Cometian, which is the mummy, which we see in hieroglyphs, usually, because even the story with Jesus and Lazar, Asar, Osiris, Asar, having been killed by his brother Sut, who is one of the oldest, if not the oldest deity known to man in existence. But we will get to that. Asar, when he was resurrected by his wife Aset, what happened? He also reincarnated within his own son Heru, while he himself resurrected and became what? Lord of the underworld, Amenta. Amenta literally being the subconscious realm. You have the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind, which literally leads and directs directly back to true self. Oh boy, bro, I'm telling you, this is no kindergarten stuff. We're not dealing with kindergarteners right here, my brother. We're not dealing with people who are still about that, yeah, drinking milk. Nah, if you want to go with the food analogy, time to be eating some strong ass meat because literally we are taking this to the next level. It's time for us to not just talk the talk, but walk the walk. Oh, and I'm not even done. Boy, yes, like a young male child, boy, biological organism, youth, you, the word you, you, your own universe. And then it goes back to the swastika, which is literally a cosmic symbol that our ancestors adopted since ancient times, all over the ancient world, which we were the only humans on the planet, literally. Melanin beings, we were the only humans on the planet. Like, straight up, ask yourself, where do these other humans come from? Where the hell do these other synthetic humans come from? Look, I know that there are some people who may count as non-melanated synthetic beings that may be watching these videos. Hey, y'all should know where it is that you come from. Do the research and see where it is that you came from. If it was only melanated beings that were the only humans on this planet, y'all should ask yourselves, where do you come from? And how is it that still to this day, we still don't see nobody like the so-called, okay, it's like white people, for example, or so-called white people, the so-called Caucasian. Why is it that they're not building pyramids? Why are they not building mastabas? Why are they not building great statues and whatnot? I mean, I guess they are with the statues and the monuments to this day, but still nothing near close. Nothing near the level of what the ancient Kamites and all the other great melanated civilizations created. And then when you get to Egypt, which is pure numerology, E, which is the fifth E, which is the fifth letter in the English alphabet, G, which is the seventh letter of the English alphabet. But then it also still goes to Y, which they put seven, P, seven, T, two. Man, to look for this picture, you probably got to go on Google Images, type in more knowledge, generator, operator, destroyer, or something like that, and you will eventually find this picture. It's looking like the head of this being, which is simply a symbolic reflection of us. Looks like I don't know if you remember the cone heads, bro. The cone heads. Oh, can you hear me, bro? Oh, your audio is really messing up today, huh?
Oh, you can keep going. Hold on.
Oh yeah, bro. Like, this being kind of looks like the Coneheads from that Dan Aykroyd movie. I think it was the late '80s or early '90s. Yeah. It's basically a more knowledge picture. You also have Afura, Africa, flush of God. Like, bro, this is not some kindergarten type of stuff. And man, bro, I'm telling you, based off of everything that I just shared right there, man, I pass it back on to you because there's some other stuff, but man, I just pass it back on to you, bro, because man, we're not on that kindergarten play school type of stuff. It's either you elevate spiritually because hey, shout out to Bobby Hemmett. God, yeah, the God of the Bible is the one we should be rebelling against. How is it that we could rebel against Satan when Satan is the one, even within the mythology, he was the one who literally told us, hey, the day we become like God, the day we open up our minds and our eyes, we will literally not just be like God, but we will even surpass God. Man, bro, take it away. Not hearing you, bro. Don't know what's up with the audio, but
Oh, my bad. There's many distractions out this joint.
Can you hear me, bro?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, like I said, I pass it back on to you, bro, because this ain't no kindergarten play school type of stuff. If even within the goddamn Bible itself, Satan, which is really just within the beginning of that context, within that part of Genesis, Satan was really nothing more than the Kundalini energy within us telling us that this bitch, Yaldabaoth, ain't shit. This motherfucker's literally a psychotic renegade deity looking to keep us within that prison state, even within these physical bodies, within this physical realm. But by the way, this earth in and of itself, we know that if you do the research, we know that it literally came from higher realms. Just where she's located now within the void, which they want to call space, yeah, this is the material realm, but Earth in and of herself, this realm, Kai, Tiamat, was always in higher vibrational spiritual realms. But bro, like I said, this is no kindergarten stuff. I pass it back on to you, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, well, wisdom and knowledge right there. Like, people just have to like really see like the truant nature behind everything and just like kind of like research everything that they are really trying to look for because they're just looking at the wrong places or they just don't care or they just don't see it impacting their lives. But down the road, like, hey, you see people who you grew up with turning into Daniel cyborgs. I mean, don't tell me anything like after that because like this point people just slowly turning into okay, first they might not even be human at this point. So like they switch to being human to being soulless and then from soulless to turning into a cyborg. So at this point you just see in people like true colors, you see in people's true nature. Don't always trust your gut instinct. Always trust your intuition because if you can feel that, if you can feel it in your like heart in your mind, then like something's off, then something's off. But hold on.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the case is with the audio today, but whatever it is, man, we still going, bro. We still going because yeah, we on a roll, brother. We on a roll.
You know what the theory that's they have. Oh my bad. Hella distractions nowadays, you know what I'm
You there,
saying?
bro?
You can hear me?
Yeah, bro, I'm here.
Oh yeah, it's hella distractions nowadays right now.
Yeah, man, I don't know what the case is. I don't know what the jig is today, but whatever it is, it's not gonna stop us, bro. We're just going. We just gotta keep going because hey, it's important for the people to be aware of all of the teachings and all of the knowledge that the ancients left for us so that yeah, we could literally just apply it and move forward with all this good stuff because hey bro, I'm telling you, like there's just so much they left for us. And you know the saying know thyself, which they left, the which is the primary message that they left behind for us, yeah, that is so important, right? If you don't know who you are and you make it even worse that you just like in Greek mythology how we fell into this freaking realm and we forgot who it is that we already are with the whole amnesia and whatnot. If you don't remember who you are, bro, I'm telling you, you're just going to live an unfulfilled, undesirable, fuck shit life experience up in this motherfucker. But hey, you take it away, bro.
Oh yeah, it's like time to like really just connect by like connect to yourself and do that inner work, shadow work, because at this point, it's like we see like the ascension take place, and like of course we have to be like patient with the tone around, you know what I'm saying? Like the really process of going to like higher realms and everything like that. So we just have to, while we are downhill, being patient, like might as well work on yourself so you can attune to those new frequencies, attune to those new energies. So when the time does come, you can easily transition. But if you're just downhill, not really caring, oh, you be like, oh yeah, it's gonna happen, like cycles down the line, and oh, I might have time and whatnot. Like no, like they just like how we was like it's kind of like I don't want to say Judgment Day, but like you kind of like seeing like you kind of seeing like people's like true colors if like you can tell like okay they have a chance or like okay that person's just a sheep
Bro,
or like a bar and whatnot.
I be real with you. You just reminded me of what Dr. Mumbi herself has been saying for months now, especially after the whole COVID bullshit. Uh, yeah, judgment season. Yeah, we're not the ones judging everyone else. Everyone is judging their own damn self. Oh, everybody, do you feel like you have to take that double Big Mac in order to be safe from, I don't know what the hell you're trying to protect yourself from? Actually want to listen to your government of all motherfuckers? Or are you literally wise enough to realize, I'm not even talking about on a spiritual level. Nah, I really don't like what's going on here. This government and whatnot. I mean, you could just take a look back in history. Like, you could look at the Adolf Hitlers and the Joseph Yusuf Stalins or the Mao Zedongs or the Benito Mussolinis, all these absolutely terrible fuck shit individuals. Although Adolf Hitler was a very interesting case because, literally speaking, this man murked millions of motherfuckers who look like him. So I guess that's exactly why he's always being regarded as a devil or a demon or an enemy in the eyes of, let's just call it for what it is, quote unquote, Caucasian white people. Because, yeah, he wasn't afraid to kill motherfuckers who look like him. But now you're telling me, for the people who are already spiritually aware and coming back to their true senses, going back to their true self. Oh, so that's why they're forcing us to take this double Big Mac, these jabs, and all this bullshit about Corona. Corona is literally Latin for crown. Crown chakra, the crown of the universe. We are literally gods and goddesses, kings and queens from great spiritual kingdoms and queendoms and whatnot. Ah, so that was just their code telling us that the energies are literally shifting within the cosmos, falling on this realm because she's rising back up to greater planes of existence than this bullshit 3D. But bro, I'm telling you, like this is stuff. If people cannot catch the signs of the times, but shout out to the Gnostic scriptures on that, and I shout out good big shout out to Bobby Hemmett for mentioning the Gnostic scriptures. Please, anybody, everybody, get their hands on the Gnostic scriptures because these scriptures are so elaborate. They're so intricate. They're just so well put together. Even get the Nag Hammadi library because a lot of this, all of this is our own teachings, bro. This is our own nigga melanated being teachings from ancient times because Kemet never fell. She just went into a very deep dormancy, a very deep latency, a very deep sleep. But all throughout media and television and culture, you still see great comedic symbolism still surviving, not just surviving, but thriving to this day. You literally got cars with the name model Ra. Ra? You're talking the ancient Kamite sun god? Really? And then when you're talking about all the different the all-seeing eye, the eye of Heru, the eye of Ra, and whatnot. Oh, so Kemet never died. It just went to sleep. I get it. I get it. These motherfuckers are so terrified, like we already mentioned, right, bro? Oh, man. I pass it back on to you, bro, because as I have some more stuff that I would like to share, but bro, I pass it back on to you because these bitches are shitting their pants and skirts right now, and it is hilarious.
Yeah, like how we was saying, like they just want to twiddle and just like post on whatnot. They're like those um internet trolls who just like those bots who just like post hate comments and whatnot. These people are legit just like trolls, just trolling people because they can't actually do anything because A, we was divinely protected, B, they're scared of us, and C, they just don't have like the necessary tools to beat us. So at this point, all they can do is try to manipulate us, try to take control of our minds by the words that they say, by the actions that they try to take. And but at this point we just have to be strong-minded, and if you're strong-minded, nothing can affect you.
Like for real, bro, for real. It's all about your mind potency. It's all about your mind power. Like literally take back your mind. And shout out to Dr. Mumbi for mentioning it many times over. Your narrative, your own narrative is important. If you're not writing your own narrative, you're just letting someone else write it for you. If you're not living your own life, you're living somebody else's life. And that's the shit that we should cut off. That's the shit we should destroy. That's the shit that we should do away with in the garbage for good because it's our life and we should live it as we so choose. This is clay. This is Play Doh, for fuck's sake. We should be molding this bitch into whatever it is we desire, bro. Like, seriously, enough of this whole religion nonsense. Religion, because how could you tell me a religion is so schizophrenic? A religion has so much identities. One religion says, oh, you have to do this, but another religion says, no, you only have to do this and you don't really need to worry about that. But it gets even worse, bro. They tell you often in many of these different Christian denominations, bam, the Bible. We have Old Testament and New Testament. Yeah, I'm just going with the Bible for now. We have Old Testament and New Testament. Shout out to Bobby Hemmett for mentioning it. So the New Testament is where Jesus, yeah, Jesus, he paved the way, he's the so-called way through. Yeah, whatever. It's nothing but a bunch of MK Ultra mind control bullshit. We know that. You and I know that. But anybody else who doesn't know that, bear with me. So, um, Old Testament and New Testament. A lot of these churches want to be coming with that nonsense. Okay, so you have the New Testament, Jesus, he already washed our sins with his blood. Like, okay, vampirism aside, vampiric symbolism aside, you don't have to fuck with the Old Testament. I don't have to bother with the Old Testament. Bro, that's literally like me saying, bam, Brandon, I got this, I bought this brand new BMW for you, bro. Yo, this kick ass fly BMW. Whatever you do, don't check the engine. Don't check the engine of that BMW because that engine is old news and whatnot. Just enjoy the joys and the luxury and the greatness of the well-built model of the BMW. No, motherfucker, the moment you don't check the engine, forget it. You might as well just be walking on your 2 feet. What the, it really goes to show you religion is nothing but a bunch of bullshit. And I want to get into it, but as I pass it back on to you, my brother, yeah, bro, religion, again, going back to whatever the title is supposed to be of this video, religion versus true spirituality, box versus discovering the cosmos and all of reality in and of itself. Like, who would purposefully choose to stay in a box than to discover yourself in relation to the cosmos, like your relation to the universe and everything in existence? Like, I am just like baffled, like flabbergasted, just shocked at how many people choose to stay in a freaking box. And yeah, um, take it away, bro. Take it away.
Yeah, at this point, it's like it's their problem, not ours. So all we can do is just keep focusing on us because at this point, it's still life. we were like at the like on top of mountaintops and whatnot, and these people are just on the ground level. So at this point, we should even really be interacting with these people or really caring about these people because they're just on the ground level. They're trying to climb the mountain, but we already at the mountain. So at this point, we shouldn't feel the need to go down and try to bring these people up or go down to help them up if they're not gonna really climb that mountain and do it for themselves, because we can provide them with all the information, we can provide them all the resources and everything like that, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like either they're gonna get it or they're not gonna get it. And at this point, if they haven't gotten it by now, it's kind of like, okay, what's really the point? You're just wasting your energy, time, resources, and everything. Well, you can just focus on yourself instead.
Well, shout out to brethren like well said, bro, well said. And definitely at this point it just makes no sense because for too long in this society, in this absolutely nonsensical system, we've been taught to focus on the other person. So you want me to focus on another motherfucker who don't even give a shit about their own damn self. So I should literally abandon my own well-being, my own uh tranquility, my own peace of mind, my own serene potential, uh, a joyful way of living for someone who doesn't even give a shit about themselves. I should put them number one while I myself should literally treat myself as an afterthought. No, 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 no. We've been taught that for too long, and it's time for us to break up out of that way of thinking. And honestly speaking, bro, it really just relates to what we spoke about in one of the last uh I believe it was maybe one of the last three lives that we did or something like that. The seven hermetic principles. Like these are the kind of people, right? They always ensure that every day we live in an absolutely messed up, unfavorable, undesirable way of living. When in reality, the laws of Jehuti, the seven laws of the seven hermetic principles, Hermes, which is just the Greek rendition, the Greek name for Jehuti, who is the ibis-headed god of wisdom, and the lunar ibis-headed god of wisdom, to which his consort is Seshat. But to get back to the seven laws of Jehuti, the law of mentalism, the all is mind, the universe is mental. Oh, so you're just associating yourself with people who are just fucking up your own mentality so that yeah, you could never go beyond the sick and absolutely limited perception of poverty, because poverty in and of itself is abnormal, my brother. We're abundant. The universe is nothing but abundance, pure abundance. And that just goes to show that poverty and lack are abnormalities. It's like a tumor in a freaking body. It just doesn't belong there. Bam. The second principle, the law of correspondence, as above, so below, as below, so above. What's going on in the greater spiritual realms is what manifests in the physical realm, and what we see going on in the physical realm is literally nothing more than a reflection of what's going on in the spiritual realm. Three, the principle of vibration. Everything, everything rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. That rock, yes, that rock is just as much alive as that freaking gas can or that door or that bucket or even that freaking tree. Yes, the trees, the plants, we know they are living beings. And the nerve of materialistic science today to treat them like as if they're man, if you really stop and think about it, remember what we mentioned earlier about breatharianism, bro? We never ate anything. All we did was breathe in that good ass prana, to which again oxygen in and of itself is bullshit. Because if Rashad Jamal's words are no are anything to go by, this realm, because they would say millions of cycles ago, the hydrogen and whatnot. Wait a minute. To get back to what it is I'm saying, we're gonna get back to it. So wait. Let me just go with bullshit materialistic science, and let me come on video for that. Okay. So if they're telling me millions of cycles ago, because remember, these crackers, let's call them for what they are, they always make science inducive to their timeline. They make their religion inducive to their timeline. Everything has to be about them. You know what it is I'm saying, bro? Okay, so what about the melanated beings who inhabited this realm for what might be billions of cycles? Also, they're not important. What the hell makes you Neanderthals so goddamn important that you're trying to blot us out of history? You literally take the black faces, you literally take the melanated faces on all these scrolls and hieroglyphs and all these great things that our ancestors left behind. You try to put your monkey ass Neanderthal face on it just to say that you created everything in civilization. Shout out to Dr. Phil Valentine on that. No, these motherfuckers are playing catch up. Again, they're not building pyramids. They're not building mastabas. They're still not building a lot of these great freaking things that we built thousands of cycles ago. Hey, the day we see it, the day we actually see these motherfuckers doing it, then maybe I'll be like, oh, okay. But and the fact that if you go to colonialism with Christopher Columbus monkey ass and all these bitches, wait. So why is it only during that era the so-called non-melanated beings come into prominence? Were you even on this realm before that? These are things that people are not asking themselves questions on, bro. Like, so bam. So hydrogen was the main element that living beings, and yes, life existed when hydrogen was the main element that living beings were breathing, and we were here for billions of cycles. So what the fuck does that tell you? We were here breathing hydrogen, living as great, powerful cosmic beings on this physical plane. And before I continue with those laws again, bro, I pass it right back on to you because man, oh man, oh man, shout out to General SETI on that. Never let another nigga count your basket. Because if you do, you're always going to fall short. Dr. Bass?
Oh yeah, definitely like street knowledge right there because like you got people who just kind of like going through life just going trying to like fulfill other people's desires and everything like that. You still see like people who do things for others and then in return they don't get anything in return, or they just try so hard with other people and it's not like being reciprocated. So at this point, if you just put all that focus and time into yourself, like this is like besides the point, but like if a guy wants to be with a girl, right? They should just focus
Mm,
on themselves. It's easier to get with a girl because you already know like the mainstream females out there just doing it for like clout and all that other stuff. So it's like at this point it's
mm,
like
mm.
it's way more easier to try to be with someone after you've done the work by being by yourself and working on yourself because you already know yourself, you already know your worth, you already know your value, and you already know um what you're looking for. But like if you just try to focus on that a person before you know yourself, then you're just getting tossed around and getting like played and all that other stuff. So at this point, people just like should just focus on themselves and let everything like flow naturally to themselves at this point.
And to add
Because
to that, bro, yeah, you said it. You said it. You just nailed it out the park, my brother. I'm talking about like all basemen, literally just there. You literally slammed that bitch out of the fucking park, literally grand slam style. I tell you, yo, you nailed it right there, my brother. So, two main things. One, going back to what it was that we spoke about before, know thyself. If you know thyself, then you definitely know who to interact with, you know what places to go, you know what actions to take, etc., etc. Essentially, it all goes back to you, the individual. Know thyself. And why, after knowing thyself, like expanding yourself, learning, growing, becoming a far better version of yourself each and every moment, each and every second, each and every day that passes by, why would you want to lower yourself for stupid motherfuckers who literally have absolutely nothing, entities that you have no business of even interacting with to begin with? Never lower your value for anyone because it would only go to show you that you still have anxiety to work on within yourself. But much more than that, these motherfuckers are totally not even worthy of you. It's something that I myself always say whenever I wake back up and find myself in this shit, bro. I'm too grand for this world. I'm too great for this world. I'm too high for this world. and I've got way too much value for this world. Bro, I'm telling you, I always felt like this even before I was spiritually conscious. Back then as a little boy, I'm telling you, even back then I knew that I was always special. But this sick, absolutely sick, and oh man, thank you for helping me to remember Jiddu Krishnamurti, my brother. Shout out to Jiddu Krishnamurti for mentioning it. It is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. Never lower yourself for anyone. If that's the case, best you lose everybody and you still keep yourself. Dr. Bass.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because at this point, like, what at this point, why even have like some, you know how like a lot of people be like, oh yeah, I have all these friends, I be hanging out, girls' night every weekend, boys drinking and all that, doing drugs and whatnot. It's like you're just hanging around like with just people who are just partying all the time and not doing anything in their lives. So now, like, you wonder, like, oh, why am I stuck? Why am I not moving forward and whatnot? It's because the people who you surround yourself with. And then plus, like, if you um, I would rather have like close, like, you know how like people be like, oh yeah, I only have like my friend group is like less than like five or something like that. It's like I'd rather have
Mm-hmm.
that instead of having all this attention and everyone who's trying to get my attention and gain my, all that other
Yeah, yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
because it's like, are they really doing it because they are genuine, or they just see that I'm like blowing up right now and like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, there's a lot of fake individual parasites out there who are literally just taking every opportunity that they can to um usurp, utilize, steal, and just try to manipulate your energy any and every way they can. Well, too bad for them because they should realize that we're living in an era now. We're living in a if you want to say time, we're living in a time now where honestly, what used to be successful back then, especially shout out to Dr. Mumbi for mentioning it. See like how witches and wizards used to try all kind of spells and all this stuff just to keep us down and whatnot. Now, whenever motherfuckers try to do that shit, now it's literally back to sender, back to sender, back to sender a million times over because that shit is just not going to be successful in this era today. Oh no, 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 no. These people better beware because yeah, it's a new breed of great ones who are literally rising back to their power. And bro, I'm telling you, they would wish that they had never they would much rather had never crossed paths with us than to mess with us. Because bro, I'm telling you, we're living in an age right now where we're literally getting back to our true selves, and all parasites, all vampires and whatnot. Yeah, it all starts within our inner circle. But bro, you perfectly nailed it on the head. These people, many of these entities, they're only there just to steal our energy because, hey, even on work contracts, they tell you focus your attention and energy. Focus my attention on energy on the job. And if I were to literally just drop dead there on the spot, they already got maybe three or four motherfuckers lining up to take my position and whatnot. Like, holy shit, everything about this whole system is just so fucked up. Which is exactly why I'm very grateful that COVID happened because it really shows that this entire system needs to be freaking destroyed and all the entities that we're interacting with on a daily basis. Man, we really need to tear that page. We just need to take the whole book and burn it and literally start writing a whole new book of life, bro, because I'm telling you, this shit ain't worth it, man. You need to realize when something is not worth it. And this whole fake matrix life that we're living, totally not worth it. I could literally drop this physical body today, and I'd probably be one of the happiest, if not straight up the happiest being in the freaking universe as a whole. I give it back to you, Dr. Bass.
yeah, that's gonna be the great day right there on no cap.
I'm telling you, brother. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, brother. This shit ain't worth
But
it, brother. You gotta know when something ain't worth it. This matrix life, it ain't worth it.
and especially like with that job thing you was talking about, like, and like how they have like other people, where do you why like just where do you whenever you like
Yep.
something happens,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
not
Mm-hmm.
even talking about the AI robots over here self-driving cars and take is the new taxis and the new drive, you know what I'm saying? So
It's messed
y'all,
up, bro. It's messed up.
so like all these people who are no, all these people who are like so-called secured in their positions and whatnot really have to see like, oh, robots might take over my joint. What am I gonna do after? Or like people who make money online, it's like once the grid goes down, okay, how are you gonna make any money if there's no internet? Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's just like the people who are investing, it's like yeah, you can invest and whatnot, but once the financial crash, economic crash goes down, it's like all that currency you put in, like where is it gonna go? Then all these people who all have the currency in the banks, it's like once that goes down, like what are you gonna like all that currency you saved up is gone. So at this point, it's like what the fuck?
Woo, Dr. Bass, man, I'm telling you, bro, I'm telling you, even Michael Jordan ain't got shit on you right now. Kareem, Magic, Larry Bird, all of them ain't got nothing on you right now, my brother. I'm telling you, you blowing these motherfuckers out of the water. I'm telling you, once this whole system goes down, the electric grid, jobs, the economy, banks, which, yeah, banks are literally graveyards for currency anyway, to which I don't see why people are continually putting their currency in banks when that shit you get it, my brother. Like once the whole system goes down, what the hell are people gonna do? Where are they gonna go? What are they gonna do to preserve themselves? How are they you see, it's exactly why this system exists the way it exists. It always keeps you in a perpetual fight or flight mode. Only in a place, shout out to Dr. Mumbi for that one. All only in a place of peace and calm and tranquility and serenity can you be able to create greatness, not in a place of perpetual fear or anxiety or bullshit like that. It's exactly why they gotta, just like what we mentioned earlier, shout out to Rashad Jamal. That's why they gotta teach children these bullshit emotions from young, is so that they can already get them fucked up from a very young age. But bro, once this entire system goes down, which just imagine, hey, that's not even taken into account if you're, no matter how good of an employee you are, your piece of shit boss could literally just get up and say, "Boy, you know what? I really don't like Brandon. Let me go fire that piece of shit." Or something like that. You know what it is I'm saying? They could literally
Um,
get up and they could literally just get up and fire your ass at any day. It doesn't matter how good you work. It doesn't matter how much of your attention and energy you put in. It doesn't matter how many times you came in, filled in for someone who was sick or whatever. They could get rid of you at any moment, at any second, at any time. So, but much more than that, once the entire grid, once the entire fucking system falls, which it's going to, prepare yourselves. I'd much rather be on that island. Shout out to General Seti. I'd rather be on that island eating nothing but coconuts and bananas and literally just enjoying the sunlight on my own, like literally free from stupid human uh guilt and all that nonsense. But yeah, bro, you literally nailed it. Like, I'm telling you, none of these so-called sports legends even got anything on you right now. Once the system falls, what are people going to do? Well, you and I personally, we already know that this is that would be the time for us to flourish, to grow, to expand, to elevate, to shine, to transition, move from this piece of shit. Like I said, I could literally drop dead right now. I could drop because first of all, when we're talking about death and whatnot, that bitch is nothing more than a fucking illusion. The universe doesn't even know anything. What even is death? Energy itself was never created. Energy itself never even had a beginning. This bitch can't even be destroyed. It won't even have an end. It only transforms, literally. So what are people going to do when this whole bitch collapses? I give it back on to you. I pass it back on to you, Doctor Bass.
Oh yeah, and then like with that too, it's like that's why like a lot of people just have to like realize they're like wolf and just realize that they don't even need that position or that JO just a robo position that they're in or like all these materialistic items because it can be gone in a flash. But if you have that mindset that like, oh yeah, I don't need to be dependent on this position or dependent on this or that, then that's when they need you. But if you have like that mindset of like, oh yeah, I need this, I can't live without this or whatnot, that's how they can control you. And then now it's like you're just giving them even more power. But if you just have like that mindset of not needing, because like a lot of people are just too needy nowadays, you know. It's kind of like, yeah, it's like
Mm-hmm.
they just
Yeah,
need,
think about it, bro. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, so it's like once they stop needing everything and let it flow to them, then that's when it comes like straight up.
Yeah, because it was just like what we were mentioning earlier. Lack and poverty are sicknesses, blockages within the mind created by a system that makes us reliant on their piece of shit asses, when in reality, the universe in and of itself is abundance. Nothing but pure, unadulterated, flowing abundance. Bro, this system is the sickness. This system is the enemy. And you want to know what's even worse about it? Remember the seven pillars of society that we spoke about, of which family, education, so-called, um, church, government, which is at the top, schools, entertainment, media. I think I just mentioned all of it. And I usually don't even do a good job mentioning it, like even remembering it in my mind, but just for this live, like, yeah, spirit is just soul, true self is just letting this flow out, man. I'm telling you, those are the seven freaking pillars. Family are one of the worst fucking things that you could experience, especially when you start to elevate and break out of that matrix sleep, like Neo in the Matrix. Because, bro, a lot of these motherfuckers, when you try to even share with them, yo, all of the teachings of the ancients, and even just on a mundane level, how this entire society is just so fucked up, and how you should really unplug, detach, detox, and disconnect yourself from it. These motherfuckers laugh at you. They hypocritically, they speak shit behind your back. They have such a hatred of you in their heart, when in reality they actually hate on themselves for not taking the necessary steps to elevate beyond this freaking system. And let me tell you something about family, right? Are they ever the biggest roadblock that an awakening, a spiritually awakening individual can come across? Because, bro, it's part of the fucking seven pillars. Well, first of all, when the hell was family so fucking important, especially within this system? It was never important within this system. Sure, it was important during a period of time where, yeah, spiritually, we were all on one harmonious mindset. You know what it is I'm saying? Hold me to that. We were on one harmonious mindset. Father, mother, and child all lived in unison, knowing what it is that they are individually, knowing what it is that they can do as a unit, and knowing what it is that they can do as a society. Because fuck society. If the individual doesn't know who he or she really is, forget the family. And if the family definitely can't come together and live in one piece and create greatness together, fuck society. Because last I checked, it was individuals and families that come together to create a society. And, bro, I'm telling you, right? Like, these seven pillars would literally just have to be completely destroyed. Because think about it. If even the goddamn silly ass Christian Bible makes sense when it says a man should leave his mother and father, because the time will come where you have to leave your mom and dad. Well, why spiritually do you continue to rely on a demiurgical, parasitical, vampiric entity, Yaldabaoth, his bitch ass, and his six sons, which is like seven of them, which, interestingly enough, Jupiter, which now that shout out to real Merkaba, but all the ancients spoke about it already. Even science itself, because I even shared the articles with it with you already, bro. Had it not been for Jupiter, it's possible that this realm as it currently exists wouldn't have even existed. Jupiter, Yaldabaoth, desolate egg child. That's what his name derives from. Desolate egg child. His mother, Sophia, gave birth to him when the fullness of the universe, that great primordial light, he was not endowed with it, which is why now he's that kind of fucked up entity who literally says, who is the Christian God, mind you, I am God and before me there is no one else. Like, bro, like I said, if you can only judge a society based off of where it is mentally and spiritually, and this society, forget it, humanity is finished. Just like Absalom in the movie, what was that movie, Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, Tim Burton's 2010 film Alice in Wonderland. He transitioned from being a caterpillar into a butterfly at the end of that movie. So what does that tell you? Humanity as a species is fucked. I don't know what we're transforming into, in which we are elevating um past the human level. Are we transforming into alien? Are we transforming into predator? Hey, the brothers literally have African locks. So what does that tell you? Bro, I'm telling you, whatever it is we're transforming into, we should rejoice. But I'm telling you, these seven pillars are this whole society, the way it's structured, it has to be destroyed because, like you said, once this whole electric grid and whatnot completely collapses and falls, bro, watch a lot of motherfuckers literally foam at the mouth and literally like heart attacks and strokes and whatnot once this entire fucking system falls. Oh boy, it's literally yo, none of the fucking movies that already try to MK Ultra mind control our perception into how we should create their reality for them. None of these movies gonna have anything over what exactly is going to happen when the time comes for this system to finally collapse and be destroyed like it already should have cycles ago. Man, bro, I know that was a lot, but I pass it back on to you, man, because ooh, man, it's gonna be something to behold.
Yeah, and like with like the heart attacks and like people getting cancer and everything like that, it's like it's already happening now. So just imagine like a few cycles from now, like these people are just gonna really be dropping dead like flies and whatnot. And then another thing about the family thing is like, you know how like a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, if family sticks together, we stay together and whatnot. But if we can't even have stinking family to trust with our words and support us, how can we view humanity or strangers doing the same thing for us? It's like if you don't got like your true family riding for you, then like who else can you really have? Because at this point, it's kind of like you just have to like break those generational curses and make your own like real like family when you do have your family, because at this point it's like you just gotta break away from these bloodkin people, because these people just like, I mean, like damn
Toxic.
nabbit, they,
Let's call them for what they are, bro.
yeah, they straight toxic. They just wanna know everything about you, to like too focused on what you're doing and can't even go one day without talking to them. They just blowing up your phone and whatnot. Like, man, listen, I'm just trying to live in the dang no jungle. Like, damn, now just turn the phone off. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, man, bro.
yeah, that's crazy.
Man, bro, I'm telling you, right? Like, it's all about self-control. It's all about going into your own personal space. It's all about really preserving yourself and just going into that secret place of meditation where you know you could always recharge, because that's the thing about this fucking society. And you know, funny enough, even the Jesus character, because we've mentioned it before, if that motherfucker was real and he had to come back for whoever the hell his followers are, I have no idea, but assuming that he was real and he had to come back for his peoples, yeah, it's definitely not the fucking Christians, because these motherfuckers are too. And bro, honestly speaking, I have to yeah, put myself on the camera so that yeah, people really see what it is that, or feel what it is that I have to say. If the Jesus character was real, because he mentioned in his words, if you can't abandon your, what was it? If you can't abandon your mother and father for my sake, then you're not worthy of me. But guess what? The Jesus character was really nothing more than a
Yeah,
representation
I'm just saying a
of
pleading.
your own true
Um,
self, of
yeah,
your own true self. So like,
just like
yeah, bro, I'm telling you, like, it's just so interesting, right? Ah, okay, you had a call. Okay, okay, okay. But yo, bro, if the Jesus character was real and he had to come back for his peoples, sorry, he's not coming for them. And they would wonder, but Jesus, I did this and that. Why do you not acknowledge me, Lord? Well, little niggas, to put it simple, you're too fucked in your mind. That African shaman right there, that Buddhist monk right there, that Indian yogi right there. Yeah, I'm gonna go have a good time with them brothers. Yeah, we gonna just chill and uh breathe in that good ass prana, baby. Shout out to Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters, and bro, I'm telling you, if he was real, because he already telling motherfuckers, if you can't abandon your own family for the sake of your own well-being, that's what the spiritual message is behind. Even though a lot of it is how can I say, MK Ultra mind control in order so that the family stays disorganized and ununited and stuff like that. But bro, it's just a fact that just because you came through a woman, that does not mean that that woman, as in your mother, doesn't mean that she's literally the reason why your life is going great. Like, no, that doesn't have anything to do with it. Don't even get me started about fathers. A lot of fathers today are literally just abandoning the mothers, leaving them as one child, leaving them as single parents. Like, it's just an absolutely, especially within the melanated community within the US, you are all too familiar about it, my brother. So many single parents out there, the mothers having to struggle and whatnot, because the system has done everything it can in its power to ensure that the melanated man does not flourish in his manhood. That the woman, she's too focused on survival, fear, fight or flight, and whatnot. Like, think about it. The children are going to grow up all fucked up. The children are not the future. The children were never the future. We are the future. We are the future. We are the ones who set the standard for the children to continue where we started. But bro, I'm telling you, like, it is so interesting that yo, honestly speaking, we are at a point right now. Again, shout out to Brother Panic. We gotta move past this human shit because think about it. We already peaked as humans in ancient Kemet and all those great civilizations. Where do you see humanity's really moving forward? Like, honestly, as I pass it back on to you, my brother, it doesn't look to me that humanity's moving forward where, yeah, they're already not doing anything greater than those ancient civilizations. So that really seems more like a pipe dream at this point, right?
Yeah, humanity is kind of like at this point, it's like what's like I don't really have no hope in humanity because at this point, like you would think these people would awaken back in like 2020 because of all the stuff that was going on, but now it's kind of like oh, you got all these people who got the you know what's and whatnot, so they definitely gone those, and then you got people who just still in the system and just I don't know, yeah, it's just like. Uh,
Yeah, I know even you yourself sound very frustrated about it, bro. And honestly, you have all the right to be because just imagine you, this great spiritual being, always having to come back into this piece of shit. Like, literally, when you go to sleep, so called, like, you literally put your physical body, because the body we know is a vehicle. It's just a vehicle. We are the spiritual beings, we are the great life force beings who operate these physical bodies. They're just vehicles. They're just vehicles. But you having to exit this vehicle every night and then you come back to this piece of shit. You're like, CJ and San Andreas. Shit, here we go again. Like, for real, man, bro. You ever heard of something that's not worth it? Coming back to this fucking physical realm. That is so not worth it. It's just so not worth it, my brother. Like, for real. Like, when you talk about um Yaldabaoth and his sons, like literally being the entities responsible, like the astral realm. The astral realm. That's exactly why. Shout out to Bobby Hemmett. The ancients taught us, and it's even somewhere located right. You know, like how Christianity mentions about how hell is under the ground and whatnot. Interestingly, there's a passage in the Nag Hammadi scriptures. There's a passage in the hold up. Let me go look for it, bro. Let me go look for it so that motherfuckers know that I'm not bullshitting them. For real. Let me just look for it. Just give me a few moments. Let me look for it, bro, because yo, it's some good stuff. It's some literal good stuff, my brother. Like, um, oh man, oh man, oh man. It's a good thing. Let me see. I saved it on the bookmarks. Bam. Let me see the Nagamati scriptures because, bro, I'm telling you, the Sec Liber Acranorum. Let me see, because the people who do not look at the past, if people do not look at the past, if people do not look back and see, I found it. Bam. Here it is. Here it is. Bear with me now. Bear with me now. So, bam, this is the Nag Hammadi library. It's actually from the Nag Hammadi scriptures, which I have. Yeah, I would advise anyone to go online on pdfdrive.com or .org. Download this, the Nag Hammadi scriptures. It's a lot to take in. You could even try buy the book on Amazon or something, bro. People need to start reading the books that our ancestors left behind so that you have a good idea of what this reality is and how it is that we could overcome this bitch as spiritual beings. Bam. Now let me see if I could find that one passage. That one passage. Bam, bam, bam. A twofold nature, a kin, blah, blah, blah. He himself creates God, this and that. Bro, I'm telling you, it's some good stuff, right? It's some good stuff. Like, yeah, yo, it's just so much, right? Egypt, this and that. Okay, let me just start reading somewhere and then I'll see if I eventually come across it. Concerning these things, learning and knowledge, which we have mentioned from the beginning, he, God, being, I guess, in this case, source, perfected them in order that by means of these things he might restrain passions and evils according to his will. He brought his man's mortal existence into immortality. He, man, became good and immortal, just as I have said. For he, God, created a twofold nature for him, the immortal and the mortal, the immortal being the true self. Because, again, even science itself shows us energy cannot be created or destroyed, right? So we are the true self, the true life force energy, which comes from God. And the mortal nature is these physical bodies, which, again, like I said, I could drop this bitch right now, bro. I'd be the happiest fucking being in this universe. Bam. Let me continue. And it happened this way because of the will of God that men be better than the gods. You hear that? You hear that? Why the hell Christianity got our monkey asses want to continue to worship this piece of shit when it literally says here that we could literally become greater than the gods? Was it not already written in this very same Christian Bible that the Tower of Babel, that we were literally becoming higher than God? Why would God be so scared that we would take his place unless he knew that we could overcome his bitch ass? Bro, you don't see how these Christians continue to let themselves be played? Bam, let me continue. Since indeed the gods are immortal, but men alone are both immortal and mortal. Therefore, man has become akin to the gods, and they know the affairs of each other with certainty. The gods know the things of men, and men know the things of the gods. These are ancient scriptures I'm reading from, my brother. How do religious people not know about these things? What's so hard about opening up your mind to reading new information and literally comparing it to the limited, biased, and absolutely boxed in information that they continually try to keep your mind in? But bam, and I am speaking about men, Asclepius being, if you do the research, Imhotep, who was a great individual back in ancient Kemet. He was the original father of medicine, to which I can't remember. There was this Greek guy that came way after him. I can't remember, Socrates. They want to say that he was the father of medicine, but interestingly, in the Greek mythology, Asclepius, which is Imhotep's Greek name, is literally the god of medicine. So you see how they hide our greatness within their mythology, bro? You see that bullshit? You see this?
Mm-hmm.
Bam, let me continue. And I am speaking about men, Asclepius, who have attained learning and knowledge. Something that, yeah, today's society sure as fuck hates. But hey, forget them, because this is the age of Aquarius in this motherfucker. Don't you say it, Dr. Bass?
It is definitely Age of Aquarius, Age of Knowing at this point.
Oh, you're damn right. And it's time for us to know. Whoever doesn't want to know, you don't want to know. But bam. But about those who are more vain than these, it is not fitting that we say anything base, since we are divine and are introducing holy matters. Since we have entered the matter of the communion between the gods and men, know, Asclepius, that in which man can be strong, For as the Father, the Lord of the universe, creates gods, in this very way, man too, this mortal, earthly living creature, the one who is not like God, also himself creates gods. Essentially, what he's saying here in this passage, bam, since the since source creates godlike beings which literally do all the work for it, just like how a business owner hires workers, a CEO, and a bunch of other managers and employees and whatnot to run the business for him. It's the same way God creates gods. Source creates other great entities in order to do the work for it and whatnot. Like I be telling you, bro, who knows what Source is doing in its spare time? Drinking that good old spiritual Hennessy or Captain Morgan or who knows, bro? Source is source. Let source be source. But bam, uh, man himself also creates gods, meaning to say, man in his own imagination can only see his own greatness in what he creates. When you talk about idols and whatnot, that's all literally just his creation. Our ancestors were far more brilliant than that. They didn't create statues and whatnot just to worship them. They created statues as a way to remind them of their greatness so that they could also channel those energies within them so that they could use those energies at a later point in time. Goodness gracious, it's no wonder that the church and whatnot, they don't teach. Why would your enemy teach you how to eventually be greater than him? If you really stop and think about it, I think the system's literally only doing a good job of what it was created to do, right?
Yeah.
But bam, let's continue. Not only does he strengthen, but he is also strengthened. Not only is he God, but he also creates gods. Are you astonished, Asclepius? Are you yourself another disbeliever like the many? Bam, Trismegistus. I agree with the words spoken to me. Bam, Trismegistus is yeah, Hermes, which is Jehuti, because it's actually Jehuti, not the actual Commission god, but whoever took up the name, he's speaking to Imhotep. But bam, I agree with the words spoken to me and I believe you as you speak, but I have also been astonished at the discourse about this. And I have decided that man is blessed since he has enjoyed this great power. Mm-hmm. Yo, some good stuff, my brother. Some good stuff indeed. I'm there trying to see. I'm trying to see where is that part where it talks about Yaldabaoth's bitch ass, man. It's literally right there. It's literally right there somewhere. Where is it? But bro, essentially, based off of the little that you read right there, it only goes to show you that man is literally but it even said so in the Christian Bible. Do you not know that you are greater than the angels? The angels themselves ain't shit comparing to you, the great ones who are currently living in mortal bodies, the gods who are literally trapped in mortal bodies because the angels envy you and hate you because you have that power within you, that black dot, that seed that Bobby Hemmett himself mentioned, that triple blackness of space that is within you. We are the microcosm of the macrocosm. Remember Babylon 5 with Jason Ironheart, bro? Remember that brother
Oh
who literally
yeah,
ascended to godhood? Yes, that same brother. That same brother who elevated to godhood. We are these great beings that even the angels hate us. And by the way, angel, it just means angle of light, a fake light, a false light. We are sons of God, sons of the primordial darkness. We are the true light that came from the original universes. Bro, yo, I'm telling you, yo, this is not some kindergarten type of shit, my brother. I'm really looking to just find that passage so that yeah, we could hurry up and just finish this live. But man, am I having a fucking difficult time finding this bitch right now. Jeez, man. But bro, I'm telling you, it's some good stuff, right? Yo, the creator, God. Ah, I found it. I found it. Bam, I found it. Now, the creator, the small c creator, Yaldabaoth, the demiurge, has control in the place that is between the earth and heaven. You hear that, bro? You heard that?
mm,
Let me repeat it one more time. Now, the creator, Yaldabaoth, Jesus, Zeus, that bitch, our own little brother, has control in the space that is between the earth and heaven. Why did it not call Earth? Why did it not call Earth a messed up place in that sense? Why did it not call heaven a messed up place in that sense? Listen to his name. He is called Zeus, the very same Zeus of Greek mythology, because there's a passage in Greek mythology where Zeus, after he killed the Titans, for us, we are the Titans. And if you get Robert Graves' book, get the book, Robert Graves' book, The Greek Myths. He goes he dives in deep into all the Greek mythologies, my brother. Yo, some good stuff, bro. Um, Within that mythology, after Zeus killed the Titans, he used their ashes to create mankind. And who, as we already spoke, are the original humans? Melanated people like you and me. We were trapped by Yaldabaoth's monkey ass to be in these physical bodies, just as Bobby Hemmett himself was already teaching years ago. Bro, this is some good fucking shit right here. This is some fucking good shit right here. They ain't gonna teach you this shit in Sunday school. They don't even teach you mythology in fucking schools and whatnot. Why would they want to teach you this stuff so that you could remember and get back to who it is that you really are? Bam, he is called Zeus, that is life. He's a false life, though. Plutonius Zeus is lord over the earth and sea. You hear that? And he does not possess the nourishment for all living creatures. For it is Kori, who, if I'm not mistaken, is Persephone. Persephone, who is another Greek goddess. It's very important for people to get into mythology because mythology is one of the most intricate and sophisticated stuff that you could get onto in this fucking world. Bro, I'm ready to close this live, but let me finish this passage right here. It is Kori who bears the fruit. These forces are always powerful. Where? Brace this. Remember how Christianity always says about hell isn't the center of the earth or some bullshit like that? These forces are always powerful in the circle of the earth, but those of others are always from him who is. Holy shit. Meaning that's why these entities don't want to leave this realm alone because within this realm is the circle. Remember the movies with The Rock and whatnot, Journey to the Center of the Earth, bro. They show us these type of shit. They give us a sneak peek of this shit in their movies and whatnot. Bro, literally within the center of the earth, we're talking about the primordial darkness. Fuck the astral realm. That's Yaldabaoth's playground. That's his playground. He goes by many names. He goes by Zeus. He goes by Yakub. He goes by Yaldabaoth. He goes by what else? Different names. This bitch has many different names because he took L's. And again, shout out to his monkey ass because a true loser like him kept coming back. He kept coming back. But that bitch knows that his time is up. He no longer has any control over us who figured out his game. He is only the creator of the material realm. That's what uh, Hermes, that's what Hermes or Jehuti is telling Asclepius here. That's what he's telling Imhotep here. He only has control over the physical realm. He does not even look. It says he controls the place between earth and heaven, meaning to say that he's only in his own playground. Which what is that playground? The astral realm. Remember when we spoke about, bro, how motherfuckers who spoke about their experience being reincarnated and whatnot, how they said they went into the light? Just imagine you were a priest, a great priest and a great freaking scholar and whatnot. You did everything that you had to do to elevate yourself spiritually to get the fuck up out of this realm. Next thing you know, you go into that fucking astral right light. You freaking get chewed up and spat back out by that bitch Yaldabaoth and his bitches. Next thing you know, you end up fucking tap dancing like a motherfucker. You had the chance to escape this bitch. Bro, this is some good fucking shit right here. Within the center of the earth is literally the primordial darkness or a piece of the primordial darkness because remember, Bobby Hemmett already mentioned, ancient scriptures already mentions it. Earth is always going to be here. Fuck that piece of shit Neanderthal saying about he gonna save the earth. That bitch, since he's here, he's only been trying to tear up this bitch and now all of a sudden he wants to save it. Fuck his lying ass. Bitch, that bitch, yo, bro, I'm telling you, right within the center of the earth is literally why Christians and all these other religions deem they call it hell, but literally we are of the primordial darkness. Every mythology speaks about what a darkness that precedes everything, the primordial darkness. That's what we come from, bro. Bro, whoo boy. Oh boy, bro, just get the Nagamati scriptures. Holy shit. Just get the Nagamati scriptures. Get all of Gerald Massey's books. Get Helena Blavatsky's books, Isis Unveiled and The Secret Doctrine. Oh my goodness, bro, this is some good shit right here. Yaldabaoth, meaning right there in that passage where I showed you, he is only in control. He is only in control of the realm that he created for himself. But it goes to show you beyond him, there is a realm of the even greater entities. Bro, I'm telling you, it's no wonder why these motherfuckers are trying to keep us down here because, like what Bobby Hemmett said, the elders, the great chaos beings, they were the ones who were always the great ones. But what happened somewhere along the lines, the children took over, betrayed their parents, and got their parents trapped in these human bodies so that we can give our endless source energy to them. But guess what? Now these children, they're fucked. They're literally losing their power, which is why you got pedophilia and human sacrifice and all this shit. But these things were already going on in ancient civilizations because they already started, even from then, they started to lose power because we are starting to wake up and these motherfuckers are losing their grip. They're losing their, oh man, bro, I'm telling you, yo, this is some deep stuff. We're closing this out, my brother. Yo, avoid the fucking light. Do not go into the light. The moment, elevate yourself spiritually, elevate yourself consciously so that when you put off this physical body, when the day comes, you put off this physical body. Because, hey, think about it. We already mentioned it. And even the piece of shit Christian Bible says it. He's the God of the living, not the God of the dead. Show you what a piece of shit he is. Nah, let me show myself on the fucking camera for this one. Shows you what an absolute piece of shit he is, bro. He's the God of the living, not the God of the dead. And that's a weak ass God because you can't fucking tell me everything in this bitch has to die because we know everything is cycles. Where there's life, there's death, and then there's life again, and then there's death again. Everything is cycles. We live in a dualistic realm. But you're telling me you're the God of the living and not the God of the dead? But motherfucker, I'm not even this physical body to begin with. Meaning you don't fuck with me the moment I'm on my deathbed?
This don't even make any sense at this point.
Bro, Dr. Bass, I thank you so much, bro. I just leave it right there. I leave it right there. Please, based off of everything that I shared with y'all, right there in that final excerpt from the Nagamadi scriptures, bro, any thoughts, any word of advice, or I don't know, just share what you got to share with the brethren since you're the host. Because, bro, oh boy, this is some good shit, bro. I'm telling you, people need to elevate spiritually to fucking overcome this realm because it's mentally where you need to disconnect yourself from this bitch so that everything else can start to manifest as it should accordingly. Dr. Bass, what do you have to tell the people as we close this bitch off?
Oh yeah, that was straight fire. Like, yo, listen, gotta give
Yo,
that man
bro.
guy.
Yo, bro. Spirit, yo. Thanks, Source, for that one, brother. That was just woo! Man, shout out to Bobby Hemmett. Shout out to Dr. Mumbi. Shout out to Real Merkaba, General Seti, Young Pharaoh, who was very instrumental in my awakening, beginning with Stupid 19 and whatnot. Man, shout out to all these brethren, my brother. Yo, I'm telling you, uh, the history shows us that the masses were only ever good for one thing, getting slaughtered. But you know what? This realm is an illusion. So in reality, no one's really fucking dying when you stop and think about it. But yeah, bro, let the people know what's going on.
Oh yeah, definitely. You just have to like research and really like look into like different things that can help elevate you because at this point it's like it's now or never because at this point you already see the world collapsing. You already see we're transitioning, you already see the ships and everything like that. So it's like time is now, it's no more waiting, it's no more oh, I'm gonna do it later on. No, it's like right now. You have to heal. You have to do the shadow work, the inner work. Just like know more about thyself and everything, and just really do this right now. You
Oof, bro, I'm telling you, yo, I'm sharing with you right now. I'm sharing with you right now that same ancient knowledge which I read from, bro. All of this is our ancient knowledge and whatnot. Like, this is us. This is us when we were still in our human greatness. Because, like I said, bro, if you really stop and think about it, yo, humanity is only spiraling down that path of destruction. And you know what? Fuck them. Because we know that we're not human. We know that we're way above the gods. So what the hell should we? Is it not in our best interest to return to who it is that we really are, so that we could literally elevate past this realm, so that we could literally give our children the spanking that they so deserve? Oh, so you like human sacrifice? Oh, so you want to keep us in perpetual sleep, so that your monkey asses who aren't even worthy to begin with can continue to rule? Fucking savage, chaotic little motherfuckers, man, bro. Man, bro, I'm telling you, this is some good stuff. This is some good stuff. Forget religious people and whatnot, bro. This is about our spiritual elevation. This is about our growth. This is about our own mind expansion. Anybody can get into it, but who's willing to hear the bell when it rings?
Yeah, just like in the Matrix movie, when the phone rings, you better answer it, not just let it
Mm-hmm.
keep ringing.
Ooh, bro, boy, I'm telling you, bro, I'm telling you, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Kareem, none of them got anything on you. You want to roll, my brother. Just like in the Matrix, when the phone rings, you better fucking answer. And just like what Neo told, no, not Neo, Morpheus told Neo, I can show you the door, but only you can walk through it.
Mhm. Yeah, that's very facts, man. We definitely killed that.
Man, bro, I'm telling you, again, once again, it was unscripted, like I wasn't even prepared for this bitch. You could see with that last part with the Nagamati scriptures. I'm there looking like a motherfucker. I'm like, oh, where is this damn thing? But I found it in what you call it. You hear that? Within the circle of the earth, because remember Yaldabaoth, he took a piece of his mother and trapped her within this realm. And Sophia herself is literally a part of Source. Literally, she's Sophia, being Greek for wisdom. What? The universal wisdom. Fuck, like, forget that human love. We know that love makes people do stupid things, but when you're talking about that wisdom, that universal knowing, bro, ain't nobody could fucking fool you, no matter how much lies they try to throw your way. Dr. Bass, once again, your book. I really enjoyed it. Please let the people know what's going on with your own personal projects and whatnot as we close off this live. Because, whoa, man, bro, I'm telling you, some good stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. At this point, when I do post this, afterlife experience is out now, you know what I'm saying? You already know the vibes. But we lit, we turning up. Let the people know what about you, man.
Yeah. As for me right now, me, I'm just continuing to, because shout out to Bobby Hemmett. Um, when something about tithing, I think you remember that part about tithing, bro, where the so-called Bible talks about give 10% of something. Me, I'm
Oh,
at least dedicating 10 per, yeah, I'm dedicating 10% of my fucking time so that I could elevate my consciousness, so that I could know, I could be one of the few motherfuckers. Yo, you could literally start calling me the living, walking, talking library. You can start calling me that, because, bro, I'm telling you, wisdom and knowledge. Oh boy, I really, if only I could remember what I was in any of my past lifetimes, but I know it's right there in my Akashic library. Bro, I'm telling you, whoa, to fucking know that, yo, where we ought to be going is even right in the center of this earth, let alone trying to get past Yaldabaoth's monkey ass. Fuck him. And fuck everybody who empowers his bitch ass, because they're all just gonna fall. And boy, are we gonna enjoy that day when it comes. Bro, yo, any closing words, any closing thoughts and whatnot? Because, oh boy, that was a good one. That was. I'm
yeah,
sorry
that
for the
was
distractions. I don't know if it was something with your headphones or whatever, but yeah, bro, good stuff. Some good stuff.
yeah, that was definitely good stuff. You already know like all those like distractions. When like the truth comes out, you know what I'm saying? They try to have all these distractions and whatnot, but we push forward, we keep going.
Yeah,
And no
we keep
matter what,
going.
yeah.
By the way, bro, how are you gonna post this? Because the recording initially stopped, and yeah,
Oh,
how are you?
I
How are you?
I paused it, but then I played it again. So it's still going.
Oh, so it's basically one whole video still.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, good stuff, good stuff. Dr. Bass, I more than appreciate you. Yo, bro, I'm telling you, may everything that we yeah, that the true self spoke, shared through us, may we also apply these things so that we could yeah, definitely elevate ourselves spiritually on a continual basis. Always give 10% of your own time to do something to elevate yourself, because when the time comes, like you already perfectly mentioned it, bro, when that time comes, you already want to be as disconnected, as detached and detoxed from this piece of shit system as much as possible, because it's not a matter of if it falls, it's when it falls. And regardless of when it falls, bro, we're already looking to the cosmos, we're looking to how we could restore this realm, because hey, our kingdom come, our will be done on earth as it is in the higher realms. No,
Yeah, that's straight facts right there.
Dr. Bass, I more than appreciate you. One love to everybody. A, humanoids, yes, the non-melanated beings. There's still a chance for y'all to elevate, because I think it was in the Gnostic scriptures where it did say, um you don't need to worry about everybody else, the ones, even the ones who did not come from the primordial universes and whatnot. Everybody's going to make it one day, but we as the primordial beings, we already have that, I guess, if you want to call it a blessing, because we come from the primordial universe, yes, and all these other beings, they came at a later, much later period. But regardless, bro, everybody's going to have to come together, whether you're so-called white, whether you're so-called black melanated, whether you're a so-called Indian, whether you're a so-called Chinese, Japanese, or whatever the fuck you are, whatever, whether you're a Arab or whatever. Only in unity we can come together and literally um accelerate the destruction and fall of this piece of shit system. Bro, let the people know what's what as we close off.
Yeah, definitely like unity and coming together for real, because at this point you can do all this by yourself, but like once like there's a difference between I'll do it and let's do it. If a lot of people say let's do it and have that collective mind and goal, just like how these dark entity does, they have that one goal and they just say like let's do it. If we have that, then and we're even more powerful than them, then we can just override this whole thing easily.
Think about it, bro. Not only did you just nail it right there on the head again, oh boy, I'm telling you, you're on a roll, my brother. I'm telling you, blowing motherfuckers out the water, brother. But they're continually using our own energy so that we could create their reality for them. Why can't we all just come together and say fuck them and literally put these bitches under the ground? And I'm not talking about like yeah, that part of the earth where we go back to the primordial darkness, because these bitches ain't ready for that. These bitches are fucking false light beings. They're inorganic pieces of rubbish. Where they deserve to go is nothing but like whatever you do to low level beings like that, whatever's the worst thing that could happen to low level entities like that, please bring that and a little bit more upon these pieces of shit. Dr. Bass, thank you very much. Yo, may the message really spread, and yo, we got this, my brother.
Yeah, definitely. We got this, my guy.
Yo, yeah, we keeping in touch, my brother. We keeping in touch.
Oh yeah, check you out soon.
Peace, brother.